Good morning to all of you. Today I want to talk about the changes either temporarily or permanently. Temporary changes are the physical change which changes in their size, mass, volume and sometimes in a state. If we cut a log of wood into two or more pieces, the small pieces which we obtained by cutting of the log of wood have the same properties. Its properties are entirely same. Its density is also same, but its size and volume may be changes. Similarly, in case of change of a state, water which is found in liquid state all around us, given to heat, it change into the vapor. When vapor is condensed, it again change into water and continuously contain, it change into solid state like ice or a snow. Then we can say that change of a state sometimes also come in category of physical change. Another example we can take the burning of candle. Candle is formed by the combination of wax and thread. Thread lies in the middle of the wax and it is given a certain form. We burn the candle to produce light, and here wax and thread both burn continuously. At the end of complete burning of candle, we obtain the same amount of wax, but we cannot obtain the thread which also burned with the wax. Then we can say that burning of candle is both physical and chemical change. Cutting of paper, cutting of cloth, etc. are physical change. Physical change means no new substance is formed, and the substance which formed after the change have the same property what the main substance have. So physical changes are the temporary changes which can be reversed easily. It is true that the cutting of log of wood, we cannot get back the original log of wood because it has been done into it has been cut into many different pieces, but the properties what the pieces of cutting of wood contain the same. Only size and mass may be changed, but total mass it also remain as it is. If we get the mass, sum of the mass of all the pieces, we obtain the same mass as the main substance of the substance log of the wood have. So physical changes are temporary changes. No new substance is formed. Only physical features or properties are same changes. If we talk about the chemical change, it is the permanent change. And the substance which obtained after the changes have entirely different properties from the parent substances. As for example, if we form the curd from the milk, the features and properties of curd is entirely different from the milk, and milk cannot be obtained from the curd. Similarly, if we burn the coal, we get heat, light and ashes. Then the properties of ash which we get after the complete burning of coal are entirely different from the parent substance like coal. Burning of wood, burning of paper, burning of cloth, all the changes are the permanent changes. So these are the chemical changes. Digestion of food, cooking of food, growth of living body like plants, animals, human body, all these are the chemical changes. Because the changes which occurs are permanent. We cannot get back the parent substance or parent elements. The changes occurs permanently. So chemical changes are the permanent change, no permanent change, and the new substance are always formed in chemical changes. So these types of changes always occurs all around us. Some are visible and some are invisible. Visible changes we can observe it easily because their properties related to their size, mass, length, volume, all are visible. But invisible changes cannot be seen, but they occurs and their properties also cannot be seen. Suppose we can see the apple and if we cut the apple into 2 or more pieces and leave it for some time, their color, flavor, taste, smell, all are now get changed. So cutting of apple is also the chemical change. Cutting of brinjal is also the chemical change because its flavor, taste and smell, all these properties are changed. And these properties are entirely different from its parent's substance. So the changes in their chemical properties are related to the chemical changes, and changes regarding their physical properties are called the physical changes. In my next video, I shall discuss about why we fall ill and why some other people do not fall ill. What is the reason and what is their thinking due to which these few differences occurs. I shall talk about this in briefly. If you like this video, watch it till end and subscribe it by pushing the bell button so my next video will reach you first. Thank you.